I may have just found the best cover for my iPad. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked up this. It's a cover by Auto, and it is a cover for an iPad. This one's actually for the iPad Pro 12.9, which I have right here. This is the 2021/2022 model, which is distinguished by the little camera cutout right there, kind of that big housing. Now, this one is interesting to me because of one simple reason. My problem with this iPad has been how big it is. So 12.9 inches, it's pretty big. It's kind of the size of a sheet of paper, maybe a little bigger, but because it's a full-on tablet computer, it's actually pretty heavy. So one of the things that I really like using is the pencil here, so I can take notes, and especially when this is sitting down on a table in front of you on a desk, no big whoop. But as soon as you start holding it like this in your hand, it becomes a little unwieldy. Like, it's so big, it kind of like twists your hand a little bit. And so if you want to use it like a clipboard or something, it starts sliding down, right? Sliding down your hand. And I kind of find myself having to do this, but even this doesn't really give me a lot of place to grip it. It puts my fingers on the screen itself, so I can't write that well. And especially if I'm sitting on my couch or something like that, it's just not comfortable to hold it like this. So enter this cover right here. You can see we have a pleather-like material here. I don't think there's anything natural about it. It doesn't smell like leather, but it looks pretty good. It's got maybe a little bit more shine than some of the leathers would have here, but you can get these in different colors. I got it in this one because it's kind of like this burgundy, kind of traditional, professional look to it, right? And what we have is a little pocket on this side, so you can put your stuff in there, like papers or things that you need. We also have this moleskin book like elastic here, so I can pull this away here and it will open it up, but I can also just kind of slip this over there so I don't have to worry about the cover dropping open. Because it's so large, it's actually pretty loose, but I will just remove it like that. What I like is that we don't have a separate flap here, like a snap or magnetic closure, because they kind of just keep rolling over. I hate it when you open them up and they kind of want to roll on top of the iPad. So I actually like this elastic. You can see we have a cutout for the camera right there. And so if I open this up, what we have is some foam in here, which I'm going to get rid of. But now we have this hard case. So some texturing on the back here, so a little air release, but you can snap the iPad in here. We also have a extra space right up here. So when we put this in, the pencil will be able to go in there too. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and snap this in. As you can see here, it should be pretty straightforward. The cameras will go up on the top, kind of slides in just like this. I'll be a little ginger with it. Kind of bend this top portion back to get it over the lip right there, but once I get it on, looks like it's on there just fine. And so I can now throw the pencil right up here. And because the pencil has this flat spot on the pencil too, you actually have to kind of line it up. A lot of times you'll just throw this sucker up there and it will snap to the iPad, you know, and a lot of times you'll just throw it up there and it'll snap to the iPad automatically. You might say, hey, it's in there pretty snug, so how do you get it out? Well, on the back side here, we have this little cutout, so you can push the pencil out like this. So there is a little bit of a compromise, but the advantage here is that the pencil does not want to fall out naturally, right? So you can go ahead and snap that in there and have it get charged, and you know that the pencil is always right there. You can see it on the back here. So now I can close this back up and it's not going to fly out. However, the big piece of this and the part I was talking about holding this iPad is when I open this up, flip this open, what you might be able to see here is that I have a handle right here, this elastic handle on the back. And now I can slide my hand in here and now I'm holding this up. It does kind of twist a little bit in here, but now I don't have to worry about dropping it. I could even rotate it like this if I wanted to put my hand like around this edge so I could use it, well, technically be upside down, but something like this would allow me to have the handle here gripping my hand as well as my fingers gripping it, which is actually even a little nicer, I think. I like that, I think, a little bit more. But if I do it this way, I can just have my hand on one side here, so it's just a little bit extra support, right? I don't need to grip it. I can have just the weight of the iPad just kind of wedging it into my hand, so I don't have to worry about it rolling off, falling, getting the iPad destroyed. So it's just a little bit of extra security that allows me to use the iPad almost like a clipboard. So I really like this. Of course, like many of these cases, what you can see is this pivots out here like this, so I can put this up like this, so if I am traveling, I can absolutely use this like a computer monitor, watch movies, all that stuff too. So you do get kind of the standard smart like case here, and it seems to have a magnet, so it'll turn it on when I open it up like this, right? But you also get the handle inside, which is really the key thing. So this piece right here is the most important part to me. So if you're having trouble holding your giant iPad in your hand conveniently, I think this is the case for you. I will put a link to this in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than